Hola, ¿qué tal gente? ¿Cómo estamos? Estamos aquí con otro video para el canal. Va a ser de Sherlock Holmes, pues ya se ve ahí, ¿no? Nada más que tuve unos problemitas con el audio, entonces pues nada más será el volumen del juego.
Roble es un árbol.
That's not the one I...
No.
Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map. Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
¿Dónde?
Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Okay. Sí. Sí. Aquí mataban a de papá. Ah, no era él.
Let's see how long you can stay alive.
¿Qué onda? Dejar de... Atraviesa las piedras, me cago. ¿Ya? Ya estás haciendo bien, padre.
You scampering little rat.
está bien lejos, ¿cómo te sigue dando? No debe ser bien bueno en el Barça, ese güey. Neymar. Loco. Los hacks, güey. Ese güey trae el wall hack. Es lo que ve. No te vi. Traficote. Está bien cerca, tío. Sí, no, no le cargaste. Ah, sí, cierra. Saludlo. Qué madrazo. Quítale eso de repetición. ¿Qué tal?
He was poor. He was poor.
¿Y quién es?
Find him, boys! Find him!
Era pobre, tío. No de tanto sal. Ah, no, no sé qué hizo. ¿Qué fue? ¿Ahí andaba? ¿Qué no la vi? Sí, está la piedra. El árbol te vas a tapar. No, no, de la piedra. Ahí está, ahí está. No, no. No.
Here you are!
Balas de salva. No sé qué es eso.
I like to call this the
¿Está al fondo?
pocket!
Ya. Mira.
You scampering little rat! You scampering little rat!
Empezó porque te está disparando. ¿Está atrás de ti? ¿Qué se puede hacer?
You don't stand a chance!
Te vas a hundir, güey, te vas a hundir.
I'm following your tracks! You won't get far!
Adrenalina, pa.
My God, it's Lord... My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
¿En serio? Tiene frío.
The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord...
No.
This will help to
No,
dress my
muerto.
wound.
¿Sabes? No te la nariz, padrino.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovat Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey.
Sí, la boca sí.
I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a
Me dio mala
happy
mordida
man,
este Paco.
so you won't see me begging you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Sí, díselo, díselo, díselo. Debes saber la verdad. Sayonara.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, your bloodlust ends today.
You should have been apprehended weeks ago, before you killed Strobridge out of jealousy. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
¿Quién es el que corta las cabezas? No entendí.
Mr.
¿Quién es-
Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord
¿Quién es
Harrington
Lord
and
Mar-
I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
Que lo mate, que lo mate. Arrogante.
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's Bowling Club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
Puerca.
Holmes, are you really sure you want to wear that?
This? Everyone dresses like this at the club.
That should be a sight worth seeing. I only hope I...
Mr. Holmes. You played very well yesterday. I'm obliged to you, Sir Charles. I play many outdoor sports. That's the key to my success. My friend Dr. Watson has decided to join me. Really? Mr. Holmes, would you like to see the first prize? A rare stone Mayan quiche calendar.
Mayan quiche?
Indeed. Their legendary king, Tekun Uman, has his statue just behind you. Although this one is a cast metal.
That? Oh.
Well, since only members may enter the clubhouse, we have exhibited the calendar outside. Please, explore. Ah, Mr. Holmes. Are you ready to begin the final game? Yes. Let's start the final. Congratulations on your game, Mr. Holmes. Exceptional. The awards ceremony will be tomorrow morning. See you then to receive your prize of the calendar. I trust you will be there as well, Dr. Watson?
Unfortunately, I'll be unable to attend tomorrow. Duty calls.
Ah, what a pity.
Let's go home.
Oh, Daddy!
Hello, Mr. Bouvier.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Well, Caitlin?
Your costume!
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I do.
Caitlin, come on. Show some respect for your father.
You know, Father, Miss Alice was telling me all about her travels. She has already toured the world with her own father.
Your daughter is exquisite.
And just to think that she was aboard the Orient Express when it was attacked. What a dream.
Indeed.
She's so creative and imaginative. And that reminds me, would you allow Caitlin to visit me so that she can practice playing the piano?
Poor choice of instrument. I hate the piano. I'd rather her not.
Oh, Father, why did you say that?
Caitlin, we are neighbours. We'll meet again. Until then, I shall leave you with this book.
Thank you, Miss Alice.
The statue did it. It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had a shock. Let the police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Pshaw. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I'm a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club member, Mr. Zacharias Greystoke, was killed at around 4 in the morning. There. Now, don't mess around.
I promise that I won't, Inspector. What do you make of the facts?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club. Unfortunately, we've been unable to find any trail beyond the club's wall. It's as if the murderer vanished into thin air. Well, take a look for yourself.
Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside.
Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Well, to prepare for the awards ceremony, I decided to spend the night here at the club. I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and well, I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He was a club member and an excellent bowler.
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see, the pedestal is now empty.
No.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course. But to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police.
Traces of metal on stone. Traces of metal. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. Money was left inside the wallet. The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great... Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them. All valuables were left on the victim. The strike was powerful and well aimed. The surface is damaged. Traces of metal on stone. The iron mounting rod is broken. It looks like the statue broke away from its pedestal. Scratches on the stone. A broken branch. Somebody jumped into the tree and then And what about the statue?
No idea yet. I imagine the thief must have taken it somehow.
Right, so they were thieves and they were very well equipped.
Yes, must have been. Then there's also Sir Charles's version, but
Please, go on.
he said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground and... Believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your version, then. It looks as if Zacharias was killed the moment he approached the calendar, and killed by the spear from Tukunuman's statue that jumped from its stand and escaped over the wall. I need to finish here first.
Well, Holmes, your conclusions as my consultant?
My conclusions are approximate to Sir Charles's testimony.
Oh dear, you think the statue did it?
Everything points to the fact that the spear was thrown from the pedestal, and Mr. Greystoke appeared not to notice the killer.
Indeed. The journalists will be ecstatic about your version.
I would like to examine the victim and take a look at his belongings.
Oh, you've amused me at least, Mr. Holmes. Very well. I'll grant you authorization for the examination at Scotland Yard, but nothing more.
Bueno, gente, eso sería todo por el video de hoy. Nada más que, bueno, disculpen por no tener el audio, es que pues sinceramente se me olvidó activarlo, ¿no? Pero ya, mil disculpas. Nos vemos en el siguiente video. Chao.